Hey, this is Chris Fledstrom with the Growth Guarantee, and today we are going over personal development for nerds. I did the video talking about how I gave up video games recently, and it just kind of put me on this spiral of how do video games relate to real life, especially personal development. And today we're going to talk to you about strategy guides. Strategy guides were something that I used to get with video games way back when. Every time a brand new video game came out, I'd get the strategy guide because sometimes I don't really care about the surprise element in the games. I want things to be as efficient as possible. And when I had the strategy guide, I could plan things out, I could figure stuff out. And all of a sudden, there were times where something is explained in the strategy guide, and I would be in that place in the video game, and it's just not matching. What it's saying in the strategy guide is not the same thing that it's saying over here when I'm actually playing the game. It's saying oh, look here to find the thing. I'm looking there, I'm just I don't get it. It's not working. It's not correct. And kind of just throw the strategy guide out of there, and then you have to you have to just wander and figure it out, and you have to just browse and play the game and really just focus on actually playing the game instead of looking back and forth between the strategy guide and the game. And this is kind of there's a parallel in real life, especially personal development, because there's always those times where you're getting advice and you're planning things out, but then you just run into the reality of whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you're trying to change. And it's just not matching up. It's to do this, you just got to do this. And it's not that simple. It's not that easy. And it's sometimes very challenging in order to make those two things actually work. So sometimes it's important to just put all that stuff aside and really just be present in the change that needs to happen. And I think that's just a really fun and interesting parallel that I've run into that, it happened all the time when I was playing video games, but it's also something I'll read a book, and whether it's on trying to adjust my finances or my mindset on my finances or trying to change, dietary habits, there's only so much reading you can do before the awkwardness of actually doing it starts to settle in. And I think that's important for us to recognize because, a lot of this is, the idea of planning is important. The idea of researching is important, but sometimes the only thing you can really do is just dive in and do it and just be part of the process. So I thought that was an interesting kind of relationship, and yeah, let me know what you think.